Harley. Honey, what are you doing? Are we going? Quinny. Hi, honey. Hi, guys. I wanted to, gosh, I don't even know where to begin on this. One of the most important dates for me slipped by me yesterday. Today is not a special day as far as anything for us goes. Yesterday was a very special day, and not because I got my 501c3. Come here, Harley. Yesterday, these two beautiful ladies, Harley and Quinny, turned 2 years old. And I didn't even post about it or give a celebration. That kind of sucks because of how important these girls are to me. Ladies. So I figured I'd go ahead and tell you the story of these two beautiful little girls. Harley and then Quinny, right after her, a day later, came right behind Kira. Kira was my first, but I wanted to find one like Lady because Lady wasn't going to be here forever, remember? And I wanted to find a little lumpy, deer-headed looking one. And I would have taken an adult, but Connie was able to find through one of the pet finder things, she was able to find Harley for me. And she was a little steep, I thought, like $450 or something like that is what they wanted for her. But I saw the picture of this little girl, and at first I thought she was perfect. She was horrible looking. She was just the ugliest little thing I'd ever seen. Of course, I also think newborn baby humans are ugly too, so it's not until they get to be like the toddlers that they actually start to get cute. Before that, they're just kind of like their neck don't work, and they're kind of wrong colors, and got all this extra fat and nothing, Anyway, so yeah, Harley was wrinkly and ugly, but she was worse than most little puppies. And I found out she was a little premature. They were only 6 weeks old, but they were still going to let them go. And I got down there to get Harley, and Mom and Dad were on the premises. I couldn't see Dad because he's apparently always in a kennel upstairs. But they tried to then push Quinny on me, and I said, no, I just wanted one. And they go upstairs to get Quinny, and when the mom goes upstairs to get Quinn, she determines, and by the way, of course, they weren't named yet. When she goes upstairs, the oldest daughter turns to me and kind of lets the cat out of the bag as to why Harley was extra lumpy and extra hairless and wrinkly and, kind of definitely looked off. So didn't look like a dog. And that's because it wasn't Mom and Dad, it was Mom and older brother. So the oldest boy, one of the boys from the last litter was still in the house, got Mom pregnant. Because Dad, like I said, never comes out of the kennel. So the mom didn't want me to know this. The oldest daughter let it slip. That stuck on my mind. So I brought Harley home, and I told Connie that night, and again, this was back before we were really truly rescuing. I told Connie that night, I felt horrible. I texted the lady and said, I'll probably be back for the other one tomorrow. And I couldn't bear to not, because they were so ugly, and now that I knew that they were inbred, that I was afraid, like, what kind of life would they have? Would somebody take care of them, or would they just use them for whatever, or just cast them aside or end up in a shelter because they were so fragile? And Connie's like, well, I don't like apple heads, and she did kind of say that. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but she did. And our vision was a little. We weren't looking to rescue every dog in the world. We were looking for I was looking for my lady replacement, but I convinced Connie that day that I was going back to get. Well, she really didn't have a say. No disrespect, Connie. I was going to get her regardless, but she was my friend helping me out, so I wanted her to at least have some kind of idea what's going on. So Quinny then got home, and over the next 2 weeks, Quinny actually won Connie over. She made her love apple heads because she worked overtime on her. She worked her like a rib bone, didn't you, baby girl? So and the reason that these two are really special for me. I went back and actually told the lady I knew what's going on, and I got quite the discount on Quinny to get them both here. But the money wasn't important. But Harley then became my purpose, more so than in any of them. There's all these bad situations they all have. Hold on, Nugget, we're almost done, sweetie, and then I'm gonna grab you and bring you up here. Are you gonna try to steal the show? You wanna come up? Hold on. Come here. Oh, all right, there you go. So, as you can see with Nugget and everybody else, they all have their special stories, their backgrounds, and everything like that. But none of them have been as delicate and as fragile as these two, especially Harley. And I think some of you have seen that, like, I had her only for maybe 6 weeks, so she's now 12 weeks old, 11, 12 weeks old. And she was walking on my back. I took her to the Arnold with me a couple years ago, and she was walking on my back in the hotel room as I'm laying on the floor, and she fell off my shoulder all of 8 inches and broke her leg. That's how delicate she was, and it was the most horrible feeling ever to watch her go through that. And so here's this little girl who is so fragile and delicate, and she's very aware of herself. She didn't want to play with anybody until Thor showed up in the house. She would not go near any other dogs, but she wouldn't let me out of her sight. And again, you know, coming from where I came from and my background and the way I felt about myself because of everything that happened to me, there was no greater feeling in the world than to have something that, I don't know, so small and so delicate and fragile that should fear me more than anything, only feel comfortable when she's with me. And that's the most satisfying thing for me, is that, like, I don't care who you are, you could be, you know, Connie even. Connie could be in the room and Harley won't feel comfortable or safe completely until she's in my arms. And that just makes it, that gives me a sense of, you know, I am a good guy. And this is where it all started, with wanting to help them. It's just like the most fragile, delicate, and beat up that society has kicked around. First off, I know how they feel. Second off, I want to empower them. I want to give them all of me so that they don't fear me, but they trust me with everything they have. And then when they're in my care, they can pretty much do whatever the hell they want. We're going to go ahead and make monsters out of them. And they do. And I love it. I love it. They just, you know, they enjoy themselves. They live a life they didn't have before. So, like I said, more than anything, Harley kind of taught me my purpose and my direction going forward. So they are now 2 years old, and I wanted to wish Harley and Quinny, as of yesterday, December 16th, happy birthday, my little alien and my little mole rat. Yeah, you. This one right here. This little girl right here.